Alright, for number 2, we have square root of 4 plus x squared, so our a squared term is 4, which means a is 4. And since we have square root of a squared plus x squared, that's going to be our tangent substitution. So x is equal to 2 times tangent of theta. And again, we just got that from the first page here. We have a squared plus x squared under the square root. This is our trig substitution. So if that's x, we can come up with dx just by doing the derivative of that. That's going to be 2 times secant squared of theta d theta. So we're going to use these and substitute them in. So we get antiderivative of 1 over square root of 4 plus 2 tangent of theta squared. And then in place of dx, we're going to have 2 secant squared of theta d theta. So we want to try and simplify a little bit. We can go ahead and put that 2 secant squared of theta on top. On the bottom, we have square root of 4 plus 4 tangent squared of theta d theta. So on the bottom, we can factor a 4 out. And we get 1 plus tangent squared of theta. And that's another one of those trig identities. 1 plus tangent squared is the same as secant squared. So we have antiderivative of 2 secant squared of theta over square root of 4 times secant squared of theta d theta. And we can simplify what's under that square root. So square root of 4 is just 2. Square root of secant squared is secant of theta. Now the 2's cancel out, and this secant cancels out with 1 up there. All we're left with is the antiderivative of secant of theta d theta. And antiderivative of secant of theta, that's one we should know. That's natural log of absolute value of secant of theta plus tangent of theta plus c. But again, we want our final answer to be in terms of x, because we started with x, we need to end with x. So this is where that drawing comes in. We're going to take that initial trig substitution and draw a triangle. Here's our angle. And we know that x equals 2 tangent of theta. That means tangent of theta is equal to x divided by 2. So opposite side is x. Adjacent side is 2. We can figure out this side using Pythagorean theorem, or just use the shortcut. It's going to be this right here. Square root of 4 plus x squared. So in our final answer, we need to know what secant of theta is and tangent of theta is. And we can get each of those by looking at our triangle. So secant is reciprocal of cosine. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So this is going to be hypotenuse over adjacent. Tangent, we already know that one. That's just x over 2. So we can substitute those into our final answer, and we're done. So natural log of absolute value of square root of 4 plus x squared over 2 plus x over 2, all plus c.